From starting my first business without a clue what to do, to building over £50 million worth of property, employing hundreds of staff and making life-changing returns from my businesses and my investments, I'm Scott Fairgrieve and this is my journey. In the early days, starting out in Edinburgh, I was full of drive, I was full of excitement. However, it was not long before I found that being a business owner can be a frustrating and lonely place when you have no other business owners or advisors to talk to. Sure, I had friends, I had family and I had people around me, however, none of them were business people. So they only offered me their opinions, which were not based on facts. And nearly always, opinions without facts just have you second guessing yourself, which ends up just slowing you down. Having served my time as a joiner, then trained as a quantity surveyor, I thought it'd be easy to run my own business, as I knew my industry inside out and I considered myself an expert in my field. However, I soon found out that no matter how good a joiner, a baker or a candlestick maker you are, when you're running your own business, it's completely different for working for one. My reference to joiner, baker and candlestick maker are all describing a technician. Please, if you've not already done so, can you buy the E-Myth Revisited? It's such a great book for business owners and read it. You'll learn a lot. Many business owners start their business because they love what they do. However, loving what you do is not enough. You also need to know pricing, you need to know budgets, profit and loss, cash flow, sales, marketing, leases, contracts, HMRC, to name but a few. However, no one person teaches these things. I found very few people with real experience who I could turn to for help or guidance. So I had to bluff my way through, learning and making mistakes as I went. Many of these were painful and very costly. There are a growing number of accountants and solicitors that you can speak with now. However, when I was learning, I found it difficult to take in the terminology that the accountants and the solicitors used. I just wanted the facts explained to me in easy, simple terms. Pre-internet, I expanded my knowledge through reading books, attending business seminars, and I found that nearly everyone would state what I should do or what I should not do. But no one actually showed me how to do it or offered me easy to follow systems just to suit my business, my needs, my issues or my requirements. Sometimes it was like a cryptic puzzle, then other times I was left buzzing on a real high, only to get back to work where reality sank in and I became immersed in the day-to-day minutiae. So my notes were put to one side where they'd remain in a drawer and never actioned. Now with hindsight and having businesses like this, I really wish I could have avoided so many of the simple mistakes that slowed me down, cost me money or caused me stress, particularly when simple solutions are available. In the early days, I found myself wishing, hoping, telling myself things like, it'll be easier when I get more money, it'll be better when I get that big contract, it'll be much better when I get more staff to help me. However, the cold, hard reality is that it does not get any easier, it does not get any better until you make the changes, as more of the same just gives you more of the same. Business does not get easier, you get better at business. With more experience and lessons learned, I changed my mindset, my understanding grew, so I knew what needed to be done. I started paying attention to my numbers, like my pricing, my budgets, my cash flow. I would read my monthly P&L and I'd make real-time changes. Once I understood my numbers and I took the required action, it became easier and I started making real life-changing money, allowing me to buy toys like these. One of the reasons it becomes easier is you start making decisions based on facts rather than relying on emotion, blind faith or just guessing. When you know your numbers and facts, it's just easier to run your own business or to generate other streams of revenue like new ventures, even if they're in totally new industries, just like each drive-through was for me. This is because the fundamentals of business are universal. And when you understand your numbers, you can drill down on your prices, your top sellers, your average sale, so you know what products or services make you the money that you want, what ones don't make you money, or even worse, what ones lose you money. This allows you to take action and stop wasting time on the things that don't work or the things that just don't make you any money. So simple, yet many business owners just don't know where they're making their money and they continue to waste time selling non-profit making products. There are two kinds of pounds that you can have, an easy pound and a hard pound. And for me, an easy pound wins every day of the week. Following simple steps is all that's needed to go from scraping by to making real money in a business. Through everything I've learned, I've created an easy profits package and I use that daily in our businesses. This includes working out the price that I can sell a product for in the market, I then work out how much that product or that service is going to cost me per item. I then work out the business overheads for that service or that item. This then gives me the profit that I want to make per item, per service. Then I work out how much money I want from this business. I divide that sum by the profit or product or service, and that then tells us how many items we need to sell to earn the money that we want each year. We then break that down to know how many sales we need per month, per week, per day, and depending on the type of business. For example, a baker wanting to make 100 grand a year profit who makes 40p per item sold, he would need to sell 803 items per day over a 6-day week, and he'll make just over 100 grand. However, a house builder making 30% profit would just need to sell one home for 400 grand and he'll make 120 grand profit. But once you're armed with your numbers, you can work out a simple plan to bring the sales in. And when we know our sales and our costs, we can create our annual budget, we can create a sales plan, and we can work with them to just make sure the money comes in. And like most things in life, it's easy when you know how. The key is how fast you learn the how, as that determines how fast you earn what you want to earn. I've lost millions, made millions, and spent millions, and I've learnt through my successes as well as through some painful, frightening, sometimes terrifying mistakes, some that have pulled me down, some that have slowed me down, but every setback and challenge I've learnt a lesson, and I've ensured that I'd never make that mistake again. So now our businesses grow steady and easy as we have experience and we have the knowledge to avoid the mistakes made back in the early days. Time is either more important or equally important to money, and I realised when I was at my busiest and my most profitable time, I was working on average 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 to 7 days per week, and I was stressed. Sure, I had money to buy the things and do the things I wanted, but the constant pressure of work left me with a short fuse and no real time to enjoy my success. I was working so long and so hard that I never knew I was bringing in way more money than I actually needed to live the life that I wanted to live. Why was I doing this? Because I did not know my numbers. I was just racing forward and growing at any cost. But now, armed with the knowledge of what I want to earn, the hours I want to work to reach my target, I spend the rest of my time living my life, which makes me stronger, healthier, happier, as money is no good without health and happiness. So that's my journey from employee to business owner, entrepreneur and investor. But don't worry, you don't have to go through the roller coaster journey that I've went through. You don't have to teach yourself, you don't have to be alone, and you don't have to make the costly mistakes that so many business owners, myself included, made. Fairbros are here and we can help you. Fairbros was created by business owners to help other business owners like you create more time, more money, and to avoid the most common mistakes that business owners make. We listen to what you want. We work out your numbers to give you the information that you need to make the money that you want. We give you an easy to follow, step-by-step plan to take the action needed to make it happen. We're here to listen to your successes, help with your issues, and be there when you most need us. So if you feel this would benefit you, take action today, and within months, you can be having the time and the money that you want to live the life that you have always wanted. Contact us today and let's make some money.